Hi YouTube, it's me again, Colin, with another guitar story about Les Pauls or Gibson, something like that. Because I've got one on the way, or at least it should be. There's a box apparently on its way, and probably in a couple of days I'll show you an unboxing and some sounds about a new guitar I got, which is a copy of a Les Paul. And I want to tell you my story with Les Pauls. And the nearest thing I've got to Les Paul is this thing, at the moment at least, my Gordon Smith, which is kind of a Les Paul Junior copy, or at least that's the way I figured out they designed it. It's something like that. It's actually its own thing, the Gordon Smith. But anyway, it's a different story. My story with Gibsons. I've had a few Les Paul style and actually one real Gibson Les Paul, which I'll tell you about, and why it never seemed to work out with me. So I'm hoping this one will work out well. Okay, my first experience with Les Pauls was when I was a teenager still. I had my Jedson guitar and messed it up, all kinds of stuff. And then I went to a guitar shop in Chester where they showed me some other guitars. I was looking for a new guitar. And the guy in the shop, which I thought was basically a very trustable shop, you know, really nice people. And they showed me what he thought was a good guitar for me, a Les Paul copy, which was affordable, but it didn't look so flashy. And I was young and I needed something flashy. So I got a bright pink Stratocaster copy. Which I never really went down well with me. I've got the thing with Stratocaster as well, where something with that middle pickup just gets in the way with me. So anyway, that one I didn't choose. I didn't get that Les Paul. But later on, quite a lot later on, I'd moved over to the Netherlands. I didn't have much money. I was still kind of a student back then with a half job in between and doing all kinds of stuff. And one day I went past the guitar shop, the local guitar store, and they had this Les Paul in the window. And I thought, that looks so cool. And I went inside to just have a look at it. And the guy said, do you want to try it? Do you want to try the Les Paul? Yes, please. So he sent it to me. He sent me into a different room, you know, with a Mesa Boogie combo and a Les Paul. And imagine, you know, what that sounds like for somebody who's used to cheaper guitars. And it was fantastic. It was such a cool instrument. The sound was fantastic. The feel of it was fantastic. And it just perfect, but far beyond my budget. The guy knew this. He knew. You could see the way I was dressed. I was a bit scruffy. I couldn't really afford it, but he let me try it. So I had this dream of this Les Paul, a kind of honeyburst colour, and I knew I can't afford it. Maybe one day I'll get one. Years roll by, and for the company I work for, I get to travel to America, to Chicago, quite a few times, and discover things like Guitar Store. And also the other American shops where you can find all kinds of things, and have this brilliant idea, because the price is so different, buy one in the States, bring it over. So after a couple more visits, I did that. I went to a few different guitar shops, and eventually I found what I thought, that's the perfect guitar for me. Beautiful thing. It was a Les Paul Classic, so based upon an older model basically, and a beautiful honeyburst colour, kind of like the one I'd had in the shop before, or tried in the shop before. And I thought it was fantastic, and I brought that home with me, and I thought it was beautiful, bit heavy, but beautiful, and it had such a sound when you played it, you know, it was really thick, heavy, but also bright sound. Wonderful instrument. So I had that for quite a while. I've had that guitar, but I also had a Telecaster, and anywhere I went, just with one guitar, I would take the Telecaster, because somehow that just fitted, it just worked. So after buying and selling various guitars, I eventually thought about this Gibson. Yeah, this is worth a lot of money, and I'm hardly ever using it. It's a bit of a pity. I could buy something really special with it. So what I did was I sold it, and then indeed bought other guitars with money. So that was the other one. I also tried a Harley Benton copy of a Les Paul gold top with P90s. That was a really nice guitar. I use that quite a bit, but then I traded that for an amp, which I thought I needed at the time. Was it a good move? I don't know. But doesn't matter, because there's another one on the way. You might have guessed it's a Harley Benton, so it's going from Thomann. So the box is travelling as we speak in a truck somewhere through Germany, I think. So hopefully in a few days, I'll show you that beautiful, or at least on the picture, beautiful B-stock, sort of returned Harley Benton Les Paul. I'm looking forward to it, to see what I think of this one. I think it's going to look good on stage. It's a white one with gold hardware and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. So you'll see an unboxing and some sounds of it when it comes through. I've heard the reviews are good basically, and I know I can set up a guitar. I had a problem with that mandolin thing. it's gone, in case anybody saw that mandolin video I did. But the guitar, I think I can get that. As long as it's okay, you know, no problems with it. I'll be able to set it up right and get it really nice and playable, I expect. And have a bit of fun on stage with that. A nice bright white Les Paul with a screaming Marshall amp behind me. We'll see. Okay, have a great time, everybody. See you again soon, hopefully with the unboxing video. Bye for now.